Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix this bad boy together by charting a course towards freedom, backhanding tyranny wherever we find it, Republican or Democrat, and that is what we're all about. And the video that I'm about to show you right now, oh, you are going to love what is happening inside the civil war that is going for the soul of the Democratic Party. And while they're fighting for it, we're going to take full advantage. That's what this video is all about. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because that pesky YouTube algorithm is doing that thing where they think you need to be unsubscribed because you're a dead channel. So just make sure your prescription of freedom is not interrupted, because that would not be good. Let's carry on here, people. We're going to dive right in on this beautiful Sunday morning. Of course, all of the stuff you're about to see is coming from my X account at BradenLOA. Make sure you follow me. Let's dive in. Okay, so I have been talking about this Democrat civil war that's been brewing under the surface for about 2 to 3 weeks now. Now, it's starting to boil over to a very visceral point. In fact, we've got all the clips coming out from the no good, horrible, very bad, awful week for the Democrats. Watch this. CNN poll, Democrats' party favorability stands at 29%, a record low in CNN's polling dating back to 1992, and a drop of 20 points. Their favorable is at 29%. That's what's basically the catalyst for all these things. Now, the reason that we are showing these types of things, and we're highlighting this Democrat civil war, and we're highlighting all the failures that they are experiencing, is because they are the opposition of the freedom of which we are chasing. None of this stuff happens in a vacuum. Our gun rights, our freedom, our freedom of speech, any of the rights that we hold so dear does not happen in a vacuum. Everything is tied together. All right, so now let me show you how they are turning on each other, because if this is not a feel-good video for you, I don't know what will be. First, let's look at AOC saying the entire party has betrayed everyone and anything. Then I'll show you what the news media is saying. Guys, this is going to be one you're going to want to see all of them.
I think there is a deep sense of outrage and betrayal. There are members of Congress who have won Trump-held districts in some of the most difficult territory in the United States, who walked the plank and took innumerable risks in order to defend the American people, in order to defend Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. Just to see Senate Democrats even consider acquiescing to Elon Musk, I think it is a huge slap in the face. We cannot afford to be in an every person for themselves kind of moment. We need to work together and as a team in order to usher our country through this very dark time.
The big irony here, guys, is, again, it's not ushering the country through a very dark time. Your party's at 29% favorability. You are the dark time. Now, something else that she just said there, and this is incredibly important, it's about betrayal and the fact that Democrats would even consider doing this because Elon Musk. What she's saying is that the Democrat main narrative for 4 weeks now has been Elon Musk and Trump are evil and they're co-presidents and blah, 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 blah. The Democrats just codified it in their eyes. So their entire marketing plan of what they've done for the past 4 weeks has now just been undermined by the Senate Democrat leadership. I'm about to show you the media jumping on board too, and then little Chris Murphy's going to show up. Watch, I got even more. Guys, you are winning. Pour this on. Pedal to the metal. This is the time. Let's get in with CNN, see what they have to say.
From Inside Politics Sunday, I'm Manu Raj. First up this morning, a brand new exclusive CNN poll that paints a brutal reality for Democrats.
Brutal.
As they struggle to mount a unified opposition to President Trump. Americans' favorable views of the Democratic Party's brand are at a record low, just 29%. That's compared to 36% for Republicans. It is the lowest ever recorded for Democrats in CNN polling, going back more than 30 years. As you can see, the party's numbers dropping a staggering 20 points in just 4 years. The CNN SRSR's poll also found 57% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters are more interested in seeing their party leaders stop the GOP agenda, compared to 42% who are more interested in cutting bipartisan deals. It is a big shift from where the party stood at the start of Trump's first term in 2017.
All right, really big, important point. And guys, like I said, I'm going to keep on banging this drum. Our rights, the fight for our rights, all of it, the gun rights, the freedom of speech, every bit of freedom that we're fighting to hand to the next generation doesn't happen in a vacuum. This is incredibly important. because this is what allows us to push forward in these rights as we go forward. If you're talking about the entire party is disillusioned with everything about themselves, they don't have a solution. They are launching profanity-laden tirades by the new leaders of Davy Hogg or Chris Murphy or Kenyatta, the other DNC lesser-known person. Guys, you're seeing it in real time. Again, Chris Murphy's coming up next. Watch this.
Now, this survey was taken before this week's tumultuous battle over funding the government, which resulted in one of the ugliest intra-party Democratic disputes in years, and left many in the party lobbing furious attacks at Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, who ultimately reversed course and let a GOP bill funding the government become law in order to avert a shutdown. Now a bitter round of finger-pointing is taking shape after Democrats failed to get a single concession from the GOP, despite having their first piece of leverage to fight back against Trump. Now the big question, where does a party in deepening turmoil and in open warfare go from here?
Guys, listen, we've been talking about this for 4 weeks, and CNN's just now picking up 4 weeks after we started covering this, that they're in, quote, open warfare. They are disjointed. There is no unity. They are using the exact same language that you and I have been talking about for 3 to 4 weeks. Guys, the disjointed nature of them using the leverage point, we did a video on that 4 days ago, about the filibuster was not used by the Senate Democrats because they were basically outmaneuvered and outflanked by Republicans in general. Trump, Republicans, Musk, all of it, whatever you want to call it. Guys, you are looking at the opportunity of a lifetime to double down, pour down, throttle forward. You want to see all the things that you want to see? This fight's about 2026 and 2028. This is literally laying the groundwork for the freedom that we are going to continually, incrementally add. They took it away incrementally. We're going to add it back incrementally. This is a long fight, but you are watching the unraveling of your opponents. Take advantage of it. All right, Chris Murphy, let's get you in here. Make sure you get your day in the sun. Oh, I do not like this guy the most of all of them.
Our new NBC News poll, as you just saw, shows the Democratic Party at an all-time low approval rating. Why do you think Democrats are failing to connect with Americans at this critical moment of urgency, which you describe?
Well, it's
because y'all crazy.
I just talked about. I mean, I think Americans want the Democratic Party to stand up and fight and to take risks. Listen, I understand that had we gone into a shutdown, even for a handful of days, it would have been difficult. But it would have sent a message that the Democratic Party is not going to be bullied by Donald Trump. We are not going to let them write spending bills unilaterally that cut programs for people we care about, that give the president new and extraordinary power. I think Democrats in this country, but I think the broad middle of the public as well, want to see our party fighting in exceptional ways.
Okay, I can only take so much of this guy. Keep in mind, this is the leader of gun control in the Senate. Again, I'm going to reinforce, nothing happens in a vacuum. But let's go back to this right here, 29% favorability. This entire thing with AOC going against all the Democrat Senate leadership. CNN's Manu Raju saying literally they're in open warfare. They didn't use their leverage of power. They're throwing lobs at Senate Democrat leadership. And now Chris Murphy is out here. We should have shut the government down. Guys, this is literally what a party in disunity looks like. Take full advantage. Let's keep going.
That is the conversation that has to happen inside of the Democratic Party, inside our caucus. And if we don't get that right, if we continue to work with Republicans, if we continue to hand Donald Trump more power, we are going to lose our democracy.
And there it is. So he's one of the only guys that's continuing to use the talking point of losing our democracy. I don't know why he is stuck on it, because other ones have completely abandoned it because it doesn't poll well. But again, it's not working. Now let's talk about where we're going to end this up and kind of wrap this entire video. Guys, the fight for what we care about the most, the Second Amendment rights, the freedom of speech rights, passing freedom that we receive better than what we receive to our children, this is all part of it. Talk to your congressmen, talk to your senators, talk to your local representatives, your sheriffs. Make sure you are fully active, because what we are sitting at is an opportunity where you have full confirmed power in the House, the Senate, the White House, and the SCOTUS. You have a party, opposition party, in complete and total disunity, and there is not a single leader amongst them. You have a chance to drive this so hard and so fast that they will not recover for 30 to 40 years. They're going to get power again at some point. But when they do, make it so far from where they left it that they've got 30 and 40 years worth of work to make up. That's what we do. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on, and I will see you on the next one.